It's OD in the building. Just finished sparring Marku.
It's been a while. I ain't seen you for how long?
It's been a minute. Blame me to COVID, didn't it?
I know, man. COVID messed up everything.
How's that been treating you with the COVID thing?
I fought this year Feb, so I was okay because a few fights that was meant to happen in March and in April, they got cancelled. But because I fought a month earlier, I was glad that I got to. So I used that time as a rest. Really, I got to rest during that whole isolation period. So I didn't really mind.
Have you got a date?
Not a confirmed date yet, but we're looking at the end of September sometime. I hope so. Just waiting. Got to be in the gym, stay fit. I don't know anything else but this boxing shit. Can I swear?
Well, you can do whatever you want.
I don't know anything else but this boxing shit. So I'm just in the gym always.
So if it's providing you fight next, is it definitely going to be in the finals then?
Yeah, of course, 100%. I'm in the final. He's in the final. We both had to work hard to get there, and now the final's coming. I'm ready. I can't wait.
What do you feel of McKenna's fight last?
McKenna's last fight?
Yeah, it's McKenna's.
I think it was a good fight.
Yeah.
Listen, it's a bit controversial. Many people felt like he lost.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like he won the fight, but listen, I ain't complaining. It's an easier final for me. It's still going to be hard, but it's going to be easier because that French kid's got some grit in him, man.
Yeah, man. That was a good tough fight.
Yeah.
So have you been trying to spar southpaws, getting ready for this?
Yeah, I've been sparring a few southpaws every now and again. I've been sparring a few orthodoxies. It don't really matter. When I go in there, I know what I've got to do and I know how to do it. So I can spar. I'm sparring south. I've been sparring orthodoxies and I've been sparring southpaws. It don't make a difference. I'm still gonna go in there and destroy.
Fair enough. So let's talk about boxing is back now. And BT Sports and Sky Sports Eddie Hill and Frank Warren. Have you seen any of their shows?
Yeah, I saw the Frank show. Listen, I won a bit of money on Frank's show.
Yeah.
And both times I won a bit of money, so big up Frank Warren.
Which fight? Which fights?
But all of them. I put accumulators down on literally every fight, and I won every one.
Well, the Frank shows seems like it's quite easy for you to make a little bit of money on that one. It wasn't as competitive. That's why I thought.
Yeah, it wasn't as competitive as the Sam Eggington and Cheeseman fight. But it was still a good show. It was still like a really good show. And boxing's back, and we're just glad that we've got boxing on our screen.
Yeah, I'm happy both of them are putting a great shift to make sure there's something for us to watch.
Yeah.
So your old stablemate Cheeseman fought in the weekend.
Yeah.
You got the W. What did you think of that fight?
He done a good fight, man. He fought a good fight. I know that Ted worked hard for that fight. I haven't spoken to Ted for a few months, but just by seeing him and Cam over Twitter, over Instagram, how he came in the ring, confident as hell, I know that Ted works his arse off because I feel like he knew if he didn't win the fight, he's done in a way. He's done as a prospect, almost done as a contender. If he lost this fight, he probably would have had to give up boxing. So, this win puts him right back up there, and I'm so happy to see that he's back.
There talks about the fight of the year sort of contender, and people are already screaming for rematches. What do you think? Do you think we should get back into that rematch?
I want to rematch 100%. I don't mind seeing that fight another 5 times. That fight, it was so exciting. I don't mind seeing it another 5 times. I will not complain. They can make that fight again and again and again and again and again. I'm happy.
Well, the money best be good for both of them because they both took some punishment. You know what I mean?
They took some punishment. They put a lot of miles on the clock, but they got paid for it, and they're happy. It's what boxing's about. You know what I mean? Like, you can't go in the rain and expect to not get wet. And so you know what? I'm happy for them both.
Did you watch the show thinking, I would like to be in that sort of setup because it looked nice with the fireworks and everything?
Nah, I don't like fighting outside. I'd rather fight inside. I remember I fought outside once when I fought on the Josh Ronson undercards up in Leeds in Ellen Road football ground. And listen, fighting outside is a different feel. It don't feel good when you fight outside. I prefer fighting indoors. So even though it might look good on the camera and that, I don't care about the cameras. I don't care about who's watching, about the fans. As long as I feel comfortable and I feel myself, that's all that matters. So I don't want to fight outside, inside.
On Friday, what's his name, the light heavyweight contest, the BT show, Spellman against
Lyndon Arthur.
Lyndon Arthur. Obviously after winning his jab and that.
Yeah.
Do you think he's ready for Anthony Yarde smoke?
Listen, Lyndon Arthur versus Anthony Yarde is going to be a very good fight. Then again, after Yarde's last fight when he fought against Kovalev for the world title, Anthony Yarde gained so much experience, and that is invaluable. You can't buy that sort of experience. And Lyndon Arthur hasn't got the experience that Anthony's got. Just what Anthony gained in that one fight, he gained so much experience. And the thing about Lyndon Arthur, he's a good fighter, he's a great fighter. I've known Lyndon for years, but he hasn't got the experience that Anthony's got. But even so, you can't write him off. You can't write him off. I believe that this fight is a 50-50 fight. Anthony Yarde, Lyndon Arthur is a 50-50 fight. And I feel like the boxing fans have been complaining about Yarde for years, saying he ain't fighting anyone, he ain't fighting no one. But he fought Kovalev, and now he's going into another 50-50 fight. And I feel like Anthony Yarde's proved that he's got heart, he's proved that he's not trying to fight bums for his whole boxing career, and he proved that he wants to be up there with the very best.
I've got to put you on the spot now. You sparred Florian and you sparred Conor Benn. Do you think he's a good makeup for a good fight? I'm not going to actually...
You're putting me on the spot.
No, I'm not going to actually think he'll win. But
Florian versus Conor Benn be a very good fight. Very good fight. Conor Benn's got his things. Florian's got his things. I haven't sparred Conor for about 2.5 years now. I haven't been at the matchroom gym. But listen, Conor and me had some spars. Every spar we had was a wall. Even though we're friends, our ego and our pride, it came into every spar. Every time I got hit, I tried to hit him back. Every time he got hit, he tried to hit me back. And the spars were like literally 50-50. Our spars, they were always so even. And every time that we was in there, it was absolutely war. Florian Marku, I just now sparred him. We just done 6 rounds. He's a good fighter as well. Listen, he can hit exceptionally well. Florian Marku is one of the hardest hitters that I've ever been in there with. I told Tom Mitchell after the spar, every time I got hit on my gloves, I could feel it. Every time I got hit on like on the side of my head, or the back of my head, or on my gloves, every hit that even didn't really hit me that much, I could feel it. And I was like, if he had 10-ounce gloves on and no head guard, the guy would be fucking dangerous. The guy would be fucking dangerous. But then again, Conor's got movement, he's slick, he's fast, he's got more experience in pro boxing than what Marku's got. So I think that this fight is a 50-50 fight. It could go either way.
I would like it for you to have a little bit more build, season my food a little bit before we watch it.
Yeah.
Just to see like maybe everyone puts Florian on his show and let him show what he's got. Obviously, we know what Conor Benn's got. Then,
if Eddie Hearn wants to build this fight, if Conor Benn wants to build this fight, they can put Florian on the matchroom show undercard, and then maybe that's the way that they can build a fight. Because I know that is a fight that they want. It's a fight that they've been asking for some time. But you know, the thing about Ben, Conor Benn's fine. He's already got a massive name. Conor Benn doesn't need this fight. Conor Benn doesn't need anything. Conor Benn's got a name. He's got endorsement deals. Conor Benn's the man. And that's why everyone wants him. Everyone wants to fight him because he is the man. Conor Benn's he's been getting called out left, right and centre. It's not only Marku calling him out, everyone's calling him out. And I can see why. I can see why everyone sees the house and the watch and the dogs and the cars he's got and the Instagram followers and the blue tick. Conor Benn's doing his thing, and people see that. People say, you know what? I want a piece of that fight. I want a piece of that fight. What's this guy done to be having a car like that, to be having a life like this, and they want it.
And he's improved a lot since his debut as well.
Conor Benn's improved a hell of a lot. Conor Benn, listen, people are forgetting. As an amateur, Conor had about 21 fights he had as an amateur boxer. Conor Benn he's still really inexperienced. He's not like he had 100 fights as an amateur, fought in the ABAs and blah, blah, blah. No, 21 fights. He's still inexperienced to this day, but he's got all the pressure on him because of his name. He's got a massive name, and you've got to take the bitter with the sweet. Even though he's inexperienced and blah, 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 he's got a name, so everyone wants his head, and they're coming for his head.
We could say the same about you. You only had about 18 amateur fights.
I had 18 fights as an amateur. I couldn't afford it. I would have stayed amateur a lot more. But listen, being amateur was not easy. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna take a chance. I'm gonna turn pro. I need a bit of money.
I mean, in terms of, I've not even seen you since I saw you on MTK's IFL TV thing with
Yeah.
you and your old rival Josh Taylor. You guys are friends now again, are you?
I wouldn't say friends, but we're keeping it civil.
Yeah.
We're civil.
Yeah. That's good. I mean, you only had 18, and how many did he have? He probably
He fought in a Commonwealth Games, he fought in the Olympics as far as I know.
Yeah.
He won gold and he fought in the World, so he boxed for GB. So he had a lot more experience than me as an amateur, but that just means that I've got to catch up, and that's why I'm in the gym now. I ain't got a date, but I'm still in the gym now.
Learning on the job, as you say.
100%.
You've got your assets, strong right hand, not bad jab in that. Keep touching people from far range. Is that a hard punch as well, your jab, would you say?
Yeah. My jab's really hard. My jab's, it sets up that right hand. I feel like people don't know that I actually jab hard. People feel like it's all about the right hand.
Yeah.
And then they get in there, and then once they feel that jab, they're like, shit. And then as they're trying to get out of the way of the jab now, the right hand comes, bang, finishes them off.
I'm going to say, you brought my friend last time, you know, Jeffrey Furry.
Yeah.
And obviously I know you and I know Jeff. It was quite hard to watch after you gave him that right hand. What happened? He went southpaw.
He went southpaw. The second he went southpaw,
And you
I
caught
threw
him.
the right hook. Listen, Jeffrey Ferrari is a great fighter, but he was out of his weight class for one. The guy's small, tiny, and he was really inexperienced. And I could tell he was really inexperienced because if you watch the fight, at the end of round 5, the guy hit me with a right uppercut. My head went up. Listen, I didn't even feel that right uppercut. He should have known I wasn't hurt. What I've done, I was on the back foot, running around, and the crowd went mad. And he fed off the energy, and he was going ham, he was going mental, trying to chase me down. And he wasted so much energy at the end of round 5. He should have known I wasn't hurt. Because the crowd went mad, that's not a reason for him to go mad and start throwing so many shots. So as he done that, after the bell rang, I knew to myself, I'm gonna knock him out early next round. Why? Because he wasted so much energy feeding off the crowd. And I feel like he lost that fight on it's just all about experience. If he was a bit more experienced, he would have known. Don't listen to the crowd. I'm not hurt. Calm down. Relax. Keep doing what you're doing.
He's fighting against the weight fight against
He's fighting Archie Sharp.
That's a tough fight again.
Archie Sharp's a great fighter. I remember watching him when he fought Leon Woodstock. Leon Woodstock. He fought Leon Woodstock up in Leicester when I fought. Listen, he's a great fighter, Archie Sharp. He can hit hard, he's fit, but I fought O'Furry. I won't lie, I thought O'Furry weren't no good. But in my last fight, I got shocked. O'Furry is fit on his day. When he wants to be ready, he's fit. He's fit, strong, and I feel like Archie Sharp's got a name, but this fight ain't gonna be easy.
I'm gonna look forward to it when it happens. Well, anything else you want to tell me before we?
Nah, man, I've been same old, you know me. Ain't nothing changed.
Still a landlord, you know.
Still a landlord.
A couple of houses.
No, yeah, I got 2.
Okay.
I'm trying to get a third one. Flats, trying to get a third one. You know what I mean? It's not easy to invest into property, and it's all about trying to find the right deal, saving money, not spending money. I'm trying to control my spending right now, man. I'm spending quite a bit, trying to control it.
Yeah, take it easy because there's life after boxing.
I know.
Really?
So that's why I'm trying to invest. There ain't no one there. There ain't no managers. Ain't no advisors there trying to teach us how to invest. The last guy I had that offered me to be my advisor, he was asking for a 25% of my fight purse in exchange to be my financial advisor. I told the guy, get the fuck out of here, you mug. I told him, fuck out of here. 25% of my fight purse for you to advise me, and you're taking that much. Bullshit. Imagine this. I'm paying my coach 10%, a manager 10%, tax a lot of percent, and then a financial advisor 25%. I told him, fuck out of here, man.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, that shows you, the fact that he even offered me that shows me that boxers are quite naive in their mind. That other boxers will say yeah, they'll say yeah, and then they'll go around, I've got a financial advisor, blah blah blah. It's bullshit. It's all bullshit. Listen, every fighter is quite simple. Money, invest into property, simple. It don't take brains, it don't take a rocket scientist to invest into property. And then once you invest into property, you go and sit out on a beach in Spain, and that money comes in every month. It's not like having a clothing brand where you gotta hire people, do all the paperwork and sign forms. Like nah, being a landlord's easy. All you need is a bit of cash. That's the hard bit, get the cash. But if you get to a certain level in boxing, you can get that cash. You don't take a lot of cash. You need you don't need a lot of cash. You get maybe 30k. You off, go? 15. Listen, they don't take that much cash. So you can invest 30k, between 25 to 30k, depending on what area. You go up in Basildon, you put down 20k deposit, you get yourself a 2-bedroom flat around Basildon, South End area. That's a good investment. It don't take millions to invest into apartments, into real estate, and boxers need to educate themselves on this.
I mean, all they have to do is look at Barry Heard and what he's done with the properties he's got, and look at what he's done with one of his.
But then again, you look at back in his day, properties was a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
That house got now probably worth 20 million. I think he got it. I remember asking him. He told me, I forgot how much it was, but I think he got it for 500k. I think it was.
Amazing.
500k. I think he got it for. Now it was worth about 15, 20 million. So back in his day, investing into property was a lot easier. Back in our parents' day, investing into property was a lot easier. Now, it's not hard to get your hands on 20, 25k, 30k. And then when you get a second property, then you got to start paying stamp duty. Then you got to do it on a buy-to-let, and like you got to be earning a certain amount. You have to have an accountant to do your accounts. Someone to send over your SA32s and your tax statements for the year. It's a lot harder now than it was back then. So it's all about educating yourself. Once you educate yourself, you can do it.
Hopefully in our generation we have to look for something that we can invest on, and in 20 years time it will be as booming as what the property is like for some of these people. We just have to, maybe it's a cryptocurrency, I don't know, but this is part of another topic. We'll get into that another time, but alright, thanks for your time, and all the best on September.
Thank you.
October, whenever they let you guys fight, but we'll be looking forward to it.
I'm gonna win.
Oh, may the best man win.
I'm gonna win.